Okay, hello. This is a little update, I guess, if you could call it that, or state of affairs, a progress report, what have you, on gaming. Games I've been playing. I was going to make this like a slideshow, showing the games I've been playing and giving a little commentary on them as it went along. But then I thought, nah, it's easier if I just talk about it a little bit because I feel like doing something different. First of all, I've been experiencing this upset stomach. I ate onions and garlic a couple days ago, man, and it really messed up my gut. But I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I just have to watch what I eat, you know. So, been getting back into Elite Dangerous a lot lately. I recently I recommissioned my fleet carrier. Gave it a new name. I was tired of Viva Morturi. That didn't really fit my personality, I didn't think. So I renamed it Pillar of Gulu as homage to the Last Starfighter movie, that line in the Last Starfighter movie where Centauri says, "May the luck of the 7 pillars of Gulu be with you at all times." So I thought, well, I'd like to kind of incorporate that into my game playing, since that's a movie about kind of a video game, about a gamer, you know. So I named my fleet carrier Pillar of Gulu. And so far I've enjoyed it. It's been very good. It's been working out really well. I took it out to the Hawkins Gap. I made about 500 million credits, all within the first couple of days. And then the rest of the time I spent just jumping around, not really discovering anything. I thought perhaps I might discover some unusual places. No such luck. Nothing out there. There are those derelict ships that are floating around out there, but I didn't go check those out. I think the game Elite Dangerous really needs more discovery for the common player instead of discoveries that take place as part of the narrative. You know, you kind of wait along and then you get a Galnet, news item that'll say, oh, a discovery was made out here by an NPC player, and and you're just really along for the ride. There's no real sense of being able to contribute in any way that's not part of the narrative. I would like to go out there and discover some ruins or something mysterious that not too many people, if any at all, have discovered before me. That's not part of the lore, not part of the narrative that's taking place. I think that would make the game much more interesting. They should put more of this random stuff out there that doesn't even have to be part of anything. But I think they're kind of hung up on everything has to have rhyme and reason to it, So they keep it all to the narrative, and then they tell you when it's going to be discovered. They tell you when it's going to be back engineered or whatever. And the player is just kind of sitting back watching it all take place. And they have you participate with little grind missions, like, oh, such and such starport needs X amount of this material so that we can further the advancement of this discovery we made. Well, it's same old. So in that respect, the game is still kind of stale and a lot of people don't play anymore. But the way I approach it now, I don't care anything about what's going on with the Thargoids, that invasion there, or anything to do with Raxla or Guardians, anything like that. I just want to go out and find planets to land on and scoop up and scan materials and, escape pods, whatever. And that's what I do for fun. So that's Elite Dangerous. I've been playing that, getting back into it. And I like having my fleet carrier because that does give me a sense of self-reliance and freedom. But right now, I'm back in the bubble after that trip out to Hawkins Gap that was really kind of unfruitful. Not very spectacular at all. So I'm going to hang out there. My goal is I'm at 1.5 billion credits right now. I'd like to get up over 2 billion credits in my reserves. Then the plan is to purchase tons and tons of tritium, whatever you call it. Load it up on my fleet carrier, take off to Colonia, and reestablish a home base out there, because that's a good jumping off point for Odin's Hold or Sagittarius A. A lot of all the interesting things are, in my opinion, are out that way. I've seen so much in the bubble and in just outside of it that I don't care to be down there anymore. So that's the plan there in Elite Dangerous. I've been kind of playing that. Kind of got back into Minecraft. Thought my nephew was going to want to play, but he said he was back into it, and so I says, well, I'll get the realms so we can have both of us out there at the same time. And he was like, okay, that sounds good. So I went ahead and got that again. I had done it once before and he never showed up. And this time he said he would, and now it's been over a week and he hasn't. We used to play video games a lot when we were younger, like going back to the 80s and stuff. And of course, that's 40 years ago. But I'm 60 now. I can't, wait another 40 years if we're going to play. It's got to pretty much be now or, probably unlikely to happen in the future, because I have a lot. Not that I think I'm going to croak tomorrow or something, but I mean, I definitely have fewer years ahead of me than I do behind me to be alive. And if he wants to play, he's got, one of these days soon decide he's going to actually do it. I mean, he can't put it off another 40 years is what I'm saying. So anyways, I've been getting back into Minecraft, and I'll give it a month. And if he doesn't want to, then I'll just cancel the realms and play by myself. Been doing a little bit of Cyberpunk 2077. That game's getting to be kind of boring. Visually, it's gorgeous to look at. It's a lot of fun to view it. The gameplay itself it's kind of mediocre. So there's that. For a while, I was into Dark Souls 3. Again, even that got kind of boring for me. I'm in the Ring City with one of my characters and right on the cusp of going into the Ring City with another. I just need to get past the air of fire, flame, or whatever it is. And I got a whole bunch of dudes that are really high level and ready to go. But kind of a headache. But it's a great game. Dark Souls 3 is a great game. I wish they would come out with another Dark Souls game. I know Elden Ring and all that stuff, but I mean, I want another Dark Souls game. Dark Souls 4. But they say that it's over and done with. But who knows? They say that about a lot of things, don't they? And then it comes back. It shows up again. One game that I've been wanting to get back into that I am just absolutely loaded with money and items and things is Grand Theft Auto 5. I am so rich, so wealthy in that game. I don't know why I don't play it more often. I took a long break from it. I used to play it all the time, but I need to get back out there. I mean, I've got a nightclub. I've got, these drug businesses, these counterfeit businesses that I'm running, these export import, car chop shop businesses that I'm running out there, and I need to get out there and play that game some more. I really miss it. So maybe here in the very near future, I'll fire up the Grand Theft Auto 5 and get back out there. Played a little bit of Destiny. I played the latest iteration of Destiny 2, where it's something about the deep, where you're going underwater or into a high pressure. You're back on planet, I guess it's Neptune, one of the moons or something. I can't remember, but I wasn't too impressed with that either. Let me think here. I should have wrote down what I was going to talk about. Not sure where. Let me look here. Give me 1 minute. I can give you a better idea of what I'm talking about. Let's see. No Man's Sky. I've not played that. Redout 2. Now, Redout 2, I was playing the other day. Had a lot of fun. I may get back into that. It's a great looking game. Warframe. They've got a new feature in that. I don't know. I played that. I have to look into it more. This update is crashing and burning. Elder Scrolls Online. There you go. That's something I want to get into as well. I was out there the other day kind of messing with my high elf, and I was starting to have some fun with it. But I'm still very low level. I've had the game for years, and I just never really applied myself to it, and I need to do that. Problem is when I start, like right now, I'm kind of still into Elite Dangerous, and if I start to get too involved in something else, then I feel like I'll forget about Elite Dangerous, and the next thing I know, several months will pass, and I still got my fleet carrier to worry about. So do I decommission the fleet carrier so I can go play these other games? Because once I throw myself into something else, I'll be stuck in there for a long time, potentially. So, anyways, I'm going to end this update here. I won't talk about the classic games or anything. I'll save that for another iteration of this. Hopefully I can get this into a once a week thing, but this will probably be the last one I make. But anyways, so I thank you for watching this update, and we'll talk at you later. Out.